Hi, welcome to the Online Jewelry Academy. I'm John Ahr and I'm your instructor. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple bail. Now I'm going to add that bail to this piece here. This is a tiger's eye cabochon stone that's set in a copper mounting that we made in a previous video called a turtle setting. Now we're going to need a sheet of copper, some metal shears, a ruler, a pair of flat nose pliers, a pair of round nose pliers, a piece of steel wool or some other abrasive material, a permanent marker with a fine point, or a scribe. Now you'll notice I already have my safety glasses on. Don't forget to wear yours whenever you work around sharp objects. Before we begin, let me show you what we're aiming for. Now, what I normally do is on my sheet metal, I draw a rectangle. And I use this rectangle to give me the parameters for creating my bail. Now, normally what I do is I make a rectangle that measures 1 centimeter in width and 3 centimeters in length. Then I find the middle of each of these, and using a straight edge, I simply connect the points to create a simple kite shape. Now this kite shape can be bent with pliers to make a very, very elegant looking bail that does not require any solder. Okay, let me show you how it's done. So using my ruler, I'm going to take my copper sheet, and so you can see it easily on your screen, I'm going to use a permanent marker. If you have trouble seeing lines with the scriber, try using a permanent marker that's a dark color that will contrast against the color of the metal. Okay, so measuring from this edge, there's my 1 centimeter mark right there. And I'm going to use the edge of the metal to make sure that I'm perpendicular, and I'll come down and I'll draw my line to 3 centimeters. And I should be able to come back and double check that measurement. Yep, I'm right on the money. So there's the other end of the rectangle. Now I'll give it a center mark, and then I'll come up the sides and I will mark the centers of each of these sides. And lastly, I will find the center of the top, just like I did on the paper. Okay, now all I need to do is connect the dots. Couldn't be more simple. Now you can vary the length and the width of your bails depending upon your needs. Sometimes your jewelry pieces are a little bit smaller and they're going to require you to make an accommodation in the scale of the bail. Okay, one more line. There we go. Now I can close up my pen and pick up my shears. What you want to do is cut along the lines and try to cut from point to point. So let's start here and clip off the corner of the metal. That's nice and clean. Now what I'm going to do is I'll come over here and I'll clip towards the opposing point. And I'm going to overcut just slightly. Now I'll come from this first point and cut to the other end. And as you can see, I overcut. And that's so that I can make a clean cut. Let me bend that out of the way. I can make a clean cut to get the final side. And there we go. Now, if you want to remove the Sharpie pen or the permanent marker, you could use denatured alcohol, or you could just scrub it off with a piece of, this is 4/0 steel wool. Okay, so that is our basic bail right there. Now our next step is to pick up the rosary nose pliers. Now what I want to do is I want to take the one end of the bail, put it about halfway into the pliers, and just give that end a little turn. Then I'll turn it around and I will do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So what I have right now is basically this. If my hands are the kite, I've just taken the tips of the finger and bent them in. Now to make this a functioning bail, I have to bend in the middle so that the two halves overlap and lock. Really easy to do. Just pick up your bail, find the center, put your round nose pliers right in the middle, and give it a push with your fingers. Now I like to turn it around because these have a conical shape and I want to have the top edge be even. So I'll continue the push, holding from the other side. Now you can see how it looks like a little alligator with two teeth that's ready to bite you. When you get to this point, you're ready to attach it to your item. So you just simply slide one end through the hole and push the other. Now if you need to make an adjustment, use your pliers. And if necessary, you can actually switch to another type of plier. And in this case, I'm using the flat nose pliers. And I will just make sure that this has a nice tight fit. So when you've finished with your piece, you're ready to attach it to or hang it from either a chain or some other type of cord. I hope you have fun making these very simple bails. Check out our other videos and products on the onlinejewelryacademy.com. Thanks for watching.